Now, when we are looking at cryptocurrency, right? Everyone wants to know what's happening next. What should you look at? What should you gamble at? You go on YouTube, you have a look around. Maybe you listen to some people, maybe you don't. I don't know. There's very there's a lot of different aspects to cryptocurrency as far as I'm aware. So I'll make this video as if I'm talking to some friends and having a couple of beers or something. Although I'm not drinking, mind you. But I was going through and I was initially looking at some of, the innovations that have come out. Now, like, honestly, they're not looking too flash, but like I said previously, when the next bull market run comes, which could be coming soon, I don't know, in the next year or so, most likely they're going to perform okay. I mean, think about the majority of the cryptocurrencies out there, right? I'm really trying to get all the communities on board to understand that, you got to unite and not be divided and push back where you can. But I don't think a lot of people are not going to be about that, right? A lot of people are going to be leverage trading, options trading, I don't know, just going on YouTube and just randomly clicking, seeing what's going on. Not so much in the Hexagon, Eco, Poleskin, Pulse Hexagon ecosphere, but I can't help but think we've been not led astray, but what's the herding sheep, whatever, herding cats. A lot of cryptocurrencies, there's no real focal point. I mean, I can jump on and make a stream about whatever the fuck I want, say whatever I want, but within reason, depending on like YouTube whether they'll play it or not. And some people will listen, some people won't. No one knows if I'm talking full of shit. No one knows if I'm telling the truth. You can research and check best you can, which I would recommend you do when doing any of this. But you can see where the problem with all this lies. And not to get too grim and things like that, but as I said, I think before, it doesn't look too good for 9-inch, for example. I was doing some quick mathematics. I was trying to find some YouTube stuff about it, and I don't want to rip into it because, like I said, I think it's innovation, and I shouldn't shit on it because who's to say that in the next bull run this doesn't do X amount of X? It could, quite easily, like anything could. Maybe not some other things, because as you can see, the hat on my Hex magazine. Love it or hate it, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to be here for the next 13 years, 14 years or so. Most likely beyond that, as long as cryptocurrency is still around, which I think it will be, but it might look a lot different. So too will the financial system. But back to this. So we have a look here. Honestly, people sacrificed, I think, 16 million US, which is like, pushing 20 million Australian. I don't know what you got for it. It's down a bit, but like I said, it can go up, which is fine. But you wanted to do that, right? So if it's down, whose fault is it? You can create content and rip it onto other people, and founders are putting themselves out there. So if you're in a public space, if you're a public figure, then you can get ripped on as hard as possible. So if people don't like these streams, they can comment away or whatever. I don't know. But that is my take on this particular, decentralized exchange. It's a shame. I thought it might perform a little bit better. What's it called? I might have to turn these notifications off. Yeah, I think my stuff's dual streaming on Rumble. This is almost a Rumble content because, it's just like I'm just chatting. This is a hobby, There's nothing major. Now the next one, Liquid Loans. It's very new. So to rip too hard on this one, maybe I won't. It's good. Like I said, it's good. It's innovation. It's new stuff on, like a new one, which is cool. Now, personally, me, I like to focus on the L1 and, you know, just like to see that performing like it has. Personally, I think the secret weapon on the L1 is, is a token called Hex. I'm not sure if you're aware of it. Most people listening to these streamers are very, I would say, aware of it. Again, thank you for everyone who does actually catch this. It is appreciated. But yeah, so with this one, I'm going through having a quick look again. 50 million was sacrificed. That's a lot in Australian dollars. You can go through now. I heard, I was also watching the most recent YouTube on this, and there was even a sort of focal figure in the community, and they had some, that was it was a good video to watch because it wasn't just like pure not shilling, you just pure like censoring all the negatives. Like it wasn't like mainstream media style, like, no, there's nothing to see here, move along. It was good, right? But here's my take on it. But for what it's worth, I don't know if there's any limits on the actual borrow. Use your vault. So what I can see looks alright, borrow, I don't know, say you wanted to do, is it 32 million? I think it's 32 million. Borrow X amount, get some USDL. I've heard some strategies. I rub my eyes in tiredness because I honestly hope that it pumps everyone's bags. And it's good. The community's awesome, and they all get together and talk about, like good stuff. But in reality, for someone who's maybe looking from the outside in, that would be looking at this, and if they were lucky enough to stumble across something like this, maybe they adopt it, and maybe it looks kind of cool to them. I mean, it's a fork of Aave, so I mean, people. I was looking at Aave the other day, going, there's some other stuff out here. It's kind of resembles DeFi. And it's not on Pulse Chain. It's starting to look kind of tempting, But I'm like, no, I won't. I'll just hold back. I won't, because I thought this is what. Well, I found this is what Hex and Pulse Chain and Pulse X to an extent has helped me with, I guess you could say that. It stopped me looking around for all of this. Now, it's not to say, I don't want to miss out on innovation, right? Because innovation is good. A lot of work has gone into all of this. Like, it's good. It is good. But you need to face reality. When I say that, it's like, I mean it in the best possible way. Like, just don't get me wrong. But we need to, like, as a cryptocurrency community, not just Hexkins, Pulsekins, PulseXkins, like the entirety of everything. We want to make sure that the shit that gets released is top notch, 110%, right? The best of the fucking best shit gets released. Immutable, 100% uptime, Some would argue that's like, the Bitcoin and Ethereum. Some would censor heavily the downsides to Bitcoin in terms of the, in terms of the, what glitches were found previously, and it's certain limitations and other difficulties, but you can't also then, on the flip side of that, then deny its current price and the focus, I guess you'd call it market, even though, like I said, it's decentralized. It's just people who turn on the cameras. Some of them are more famous than others. Some are very famous. They know the name, XYZ, as opposed to XYZ2. And for that, you have to recognize this. You can't just pretend like it doesn't exist. That's like to say, an ongoing conflict is going like this when it's actually going like this. It insults my intelligence, Now back to this. If someone said, "What do you think about this?" I'd say, "Well, I didn't sacrifice for it, so I have no real vested interest in it. Would I use it?" Honestly, my position, because everyone's different. Maybe you've got huge amounts of Pulse Chain, maybe you don't. If you have huge amounts or a amount that you want to sell, but you don't want to sell, maybe you look at something like this, right? Maybe. As you can see here, say you have enough for a validator. You want to do the validation. Maybe you want to, maybe you want to use that money to then buy a bit of hardware to then become a validator. Well, you might run into a problem there because you've lost your pulse. You haven't lost it, but you can't become a validator anymore. But you got the money, so you can spend it on whatever you want. And if you, assuming you pay it back, I think that's how it works. You redeem the USDL for pulse, and it reverses back the other way. I'm surprised there's fees, but that's fair enough. Where is it? Redemption here, just to make sure I'm not getting it wrong. Yeah, so redeem, so you'd borrow, then you redeem. Basically the function of it. There's some stability pools. I'm not exactly well versed in how that works. It's good to see USDL was, it was $1. It's currently a bit under. It seems to be fluctuating a fair bit. I've seen about 95 cents, 99 cents, $1.05. So the average is very close to $1, which is good. Over time, you'll see it hopefully play out, and it doesn't. Fingers crossed, it doesn't have any issues. Everyone's another thing. I guess everyone's waited for 2 years, so it'd be great for them if you've unlocked your. I think you got loan tokens. Now your loan tokens. What's it called? Your loan tokens. Let me just check 1 second. All right, good. Good. Now, your loan tokens are what you get. I'm not sure how it's working, to be honest, because price is down, which is unfortunate. I'm not sure if people, say you sacrificed $1 or $1 million, you got your $1 or $1 million back. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. There is some stability pools and staking pools. I think it gives you ability if you've created some, you get some APR. You can get some loan. The APR is quite low. Again, it's very, very early. I'm just surprised. Like, in all honesty, all the hype, like leading into certain, not even this project. Like maybe this project, maybe 9inch as well. To be like being honest here, serious, being honest here, not having a what would you call it? If I was assessing this, I'd be saying, look, honestly, this is what I think. Could this have gone better? Yes. How is it performing? Okay. But mind you, it's very new, And then I'd say, how is this one performing? Not the best. Could have gone better. I believe so. Did people potentially lose money? The argument is you don't lose money until you sell, but, like I said, very early on, and in a bull market, you probably get your money back. If you don't, you knew what the assumption is you knew what you were doing when you entered in. And then I'm like, hang on. I was not gonna say this because I thought, well, I'll hold back because, I honestly think innovation is good, and we want more adoption, right? Who doesn't? Well, personally, I'm probably going to go down this route. If I went in, most likely, I would go to this website, and I'd probably just buy a small amount of Pulse, and just then decide, if I want to provide LP with low levels, maybe you're not going to get the best return. Then I'll decide, maybe I'll buy some Pulse, maybe some Pulse X, some INC, some Hex, who knows, some other stuff, I don't know. But I thought, I'm going through it, I'm clicking these links, and I remember, it's so hard to click a link now. You literally run it, and the web link, open it up, it's there. I don't know why. Maybe it's Twitter, or maybe it's just people not understanding what is actually really going on from a logical point of view. It's pretty damn easy. And then like going through and it's like on this website it even has links to like this. I have completely forgot about this PTS. And this is what made me laugh the hardest, right? Is when I go through here. Look what we've created, people. Not me personally, but look at this shit. Like, what the fuck? And this is why it's the funniest shit I've ever seen. And remember, I don't know if you remember, but I was saying the other day, right? So people might hate hex skins, hate pulse skins, hate pulse X skins. Why? I have no idea. Everyone's different, everyone's unique. when you look at crypto bubbles or coin market cap, everyone's trying to be full mega serious, right? Shilling their leverage links, which is fine. That's cool. They're going to build their entire business model out of this. Meanwhile, people are making poor pleb. Like, I don't. What did the ETH go? What the fuck? Don't get me wrong, there's some cool stuff here, right? But just look at this shit that we created. I'm not being mean here, but I have no idea what any half of this shit is. I vaguely know, but I'm not like DGen and non. Oh man. Oh. And this is crypto, people. This is honestly crypto. And you think, like, I laugh at this, but then I zoom out, and what is Dogecoin? How is it performing? How is one of the richest people in crypto talking about this? People get all riled up if you say Bitcoin shit. You know, you got them. And what if Bitcoin was called what DGen Anonymous? And it made it all the way till today. Oh my god. I don't even know what to say anymore. And in the bull market, it's gonna be funny to see all of this. All of it just pump. It's just gonna pump through the fucking moon. And everyone's gonna make mad gains. And we're all waiting for it. And in the meantime, we've just picked each other apart for all different communities, and everyone's just upset because price didn't go up. If you made mad gains in anywhere in life, you're extremely happy. Well done, congratulations. Like, if you haven't, if you had the opportunity to, and you saw it, maybe you're salty, but maybe you're thinking about the future and you're going to think of the mad gains that are coming. Or maybe you've just given up hope, and in which case, I doubt anyone's going to be watching this particular video, or any videos for that matter. So, I think the best way to close this particular stream is just to say good luck, everyone, because look at this shit. This is hilarious. Like, this is. So I dare say this is what crypto was meant for. What? Shit. Quiet. The fuck? Oh, I mean, there's some serious stuff going on, but unless, like I said, serious stuff now. Unless we all get together, push to make some sort of change, most likely we're gonna get mad rich. We're gonna get mad rich, and I'm getting to the point where I'm almost giving up on intellectually trying to sway individuals, because I don't think it's going to happen until they're mad rich. And then if they're mad rich, they're probably going to be out buying jet skis, and which color jet ski they're going to get, who knows. If, however, it does affect them, it does affect their bottom dollar, it affects the stuff they love, most likely they're going to push back extremely hard. And I think like that's naturally taking place, you know. So I don't think I can. I mean, I can try and point out some points, like some things, but honestly, I think what will happen. And we can try as hard as we can, but I guess God's got a plan for us all. But, you know, that's not to say just lie down and just take it. So, no, fuck that shit. Build some shit, make some innovation. You know, good luck. Be mindful that there is some other shit out there that is very fucking superior, which people may not recognize. Maybe they don't like the deep liquidity. You know, maybe they're still on Bitcoin. You know, maybe they're just learning about centralized exchanges. It would take them a while to get to the higher levels of crypto or the deeper levels. I'm not sure which one it would be. But yeah, just stay safe, people, and survive, because green is coming, but it does. I don't know when. I don't know how it's going to come about, but it is coming. It honestly is coming. So I hope people haven't been wrecked by anything. If you have, like I said, green market's coming. Thank you for people for thumbs up, tuning in, watching, wherever you are. Thank you. I can't believe I was watching this other YouTube and the other day they're saying sign. Yeah, I'm like, motherfucker stole my line. Are you kidding? Trying to present some serious. I think it was Coin Bureau, whatever that is, and he's kind of stealth shilling a website which does options, you know, for Bitcoin. I'm like, this is, and they're trying to make a living out of that. I mean, that's fine, but that's what a lot of this stuff is, man. And I'm not trying to make a living out of this. I just do this for fun. I know some shit. Everyone knows something that, and everyone knows someone else, and that someone else knows something that they don't know. You know, so I know something you don't know, and you know something that I don't know. So if we can all get together and share that, maybe, just maybe, we will do some cool stuff in crypto. Finbear, what's happening? Oh, dude, you have to try and catch the replay on this. I don't know. It's just me mumbling about crypto, and my conclusion. Oh, just too long didn't read. My conclusion is, look what we've created, and I just can't help but laugh. I'm not even sure this is showing up. It's funny, and I really do think this is what crypto was meant for. Just creating this shit. Yeah, maybe we get C8 token. maybe we bring about some real change and all that. I was saying, but just for the time being, I think we're just having some fun and gambling. Honestly, this is running in. Oh, nice. I think. Oh my god, today, dude, I was driving doing my gig economy stuff, and groups on token. I don't know, man. I lose track. Like I said, if we're like a small, we're like a small niche of YouTubers or people in crypto, and we kind of represent, or we're a sample of the larger cryptocurrency space, I think. And everyone thinks their token's better, and everyone thinks that they do this better, and everyone thinks they do that better. It's like, in the end, it is what it is, and it's kind of funny. I was saying today, this person, man, I'm driving, going through a traffic light with a green light, and there is no other cars except one other car coming towards me, an intersection. Everyone else got red lights. This car must have had a green, and they can turn, right? Not a green area, but green, you turn if it's safe. And I'm like the only car coming the other way. This fucking car, I'm watching it, I'm like, this person's gonna turn right in front of me. And the next thing they do, and then I slam on my brakes, fucking near miss. I'm like slamming my brakes while honking the horn, just after, as the car stopped, like right in front of me, they just went past. I've held some nice words at them, so my brakes work, my horn work, and my voice is working. But yeah, I'm like, dude, just fucking drive safe out there, people, because people are crazy. If I'd have been going probably 5Ks faster and not paying attention, that would have been a head-on collision. Mind you, with a small car, but I don't really want to be copying a head-on collision on the driver's side, because in Australia we drive on the left-hand lane and the car is like right-hand drive, opposite to the US. I'm not sure about Finland, but yeah. No, I'm just saying. Sorry, I'm wiping my nose here, but he starts to hay fever plays up. Um, no, I'm just saying it's funny. I was going through and breaking down some stuff, and everyone's what's I saying? Yeah, I was just doing some honest opinions on some stuff like this, and that. And I said I'm probably just gonna buy some Pulse to be honest with Fiat. And you go through and like click on Pulse X, and it's so hard to click on a link now. You click on it, opens it up, but then in the bottom it's got like community sites, and one of them I forget about this PTS, Dex toys, things like that. And I go to this, and it's like another Dex, and it's just got all these tokens. Man, I'm like, shit! Look what we've built. We've built like a huge community, and everyone has their own. Like some people made money, some people haven't. We've just got huge amounts of stuff now, like crypto stuff. Um, and this is like literally what cryptocurrency represents now, apparently. Which is not a bad thing or a good thing. It is what it is. We got the same thing with everything from Bitcoin to every other altcoin in existence. It's just this. We just people have just created shit, and yeah, it's this shit. Oh man, it's funny. It's just borderline. It's just funny. That's about it, man. But yeah, so I'll continue to stream. If I've said anything to offend anyone about 9 inch or liquid loans, or just lighten up. I didn't say nothing too bad. Just telling some logic that I'll tell people in real life. Because yeah, I was saying though, what they want to ask in the chat, but if it's just surprising why there's not more. Hey, the pothead, what's happening? The pothead. I like your symbols. 3 thumbs up and a heart. I can see that, recognize that code. So yeah, what I was saying is just innovation good, never performance not the best, and hopefully things are just gonna everything's gonna go green. Myself, I'm not in these things. I might have a test amount, but it's not like I didn't actually sacrifice. But I know people did, and hopefully they didn't get wrecked, as I said before. But once things go green, once Pulse chain recovers or stays exactly the same for the next bull run, I don't think it will. I think it's just going to be a whole new community. It's just going to be just pumping the shit out of everything, because I think that's what's going to happen. So all these things, man, are just going to pump. Just what, even 3x? It's like, that's pretty good, Yeah. What else? That's about it. Like, yeah, and like, yeah, they need time. They need their innovation. They just need time. Like, this thing has just come out, and I was saying, basically, like, where is? I thought there'd be more videos. Like, there was so many videos like leading up to this thing. And then I go online now, and I just thought there'd be like all these YouTube like reviews and shit, or there would be I don't know. I'm not seeing it. I don't know if it's the bear market or what it is. Same with this thing. I thought there'll be more. I did see some interviews, but the most recent one was an interview, and basically there was like within the chat, it wasn't all just some kumbaya like pure shill. It was like people criticizing things, and it was interesting to see that the once homogenous community is now created like this plethora of communities, which is fine, I guess. But yeah, and then not everyone gets along with everyone, which is also fine. So it's in our little experiment, I guess, sandbox of cryptocurrencies. People, I think, are going to realize that just like in the real world, Just like in every other cryptocurrency community, it is part of the real world. So if you lose money, it's gonna suck. If you lose money in other stuff, it's gonna suck. Maybe they never lost money. Maybe they haven't been here for a few cycles. Like people have probably been here a lot longer than I have. But I'm just like, the only thing that saved me was cryptocurrency, was Hex. Otherwise, I would have been out. Oh, probably. I would say, yeah. If it wasn't for Hex, I would most likely be completely gone from cryptocurrency. Maybe, maybe I might have bought some stuff, but there's no way without Hex I would have even been covering something like these two, or would not have been covered. I wouldn't have been heard about all this stuff because I wasn't a fan of Binance. I never followed all their exchange stuff and Pancake Swap and all that. So it would be unlikely that I'm going to engage with even Pulsechain itself. So it's going to be, on that note, interesting to see how this mass adoption is going to come about, because I think it's coming, right? I think it's coming. Like not just for like Pulsechain, Hex, PulseX, just for everything. Like I said, this whole Bitcoin ETF shit, the institution's going to come in, Bitcoin's going to pump, followed by the altcoins. People are going to get mad rich, and then maybe some regulation stuff, and then people are going to, that's just a part of fucking life. Death, life, and taxes, although, aging has been deemed a treatable disease, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, back to this. I'm like, where's everyone making all these insane videos about how it's going or something? I don't know. It's strange. It's like radio silence on it. But maybe I'm not in the Twitter spaces, in the Telegram groups. I guess you could go there, but arguably maybe Hex is similar, Pulsechain is similar, but I don't know, there's still a fair few people talking about Hex, but less, but seems to be the way. But if I go online, I'm not seeing Bitcoin communities talking about Bitcoin. I'm seeing mainstream media talking about Bitcoin. I don't know. I don't know what you mean. My guest appearance. For you or for me? This is my super secret, stream that gets the huge reach. If once I hit double digits, I have to kill the stream. It's the rule. What's it called? Yeah, Bitcoin. Yeah, so most people in Bitcoin, I think, like it's not like someone like me going on stream and just randomly talking about Bitcoin. I don't think, because that's not the content I'm finding. I'm finding more established people talk about it and what's going to happen in the future and all this shit. And you see, like, even more famous people now talking about it, but specifically that one. And it's just very different. I think it's very different. So it's going to be cool going back if YouTube doesn't purge everything again. In a few years from now, and be like if people keep their videos online and stuff, and it's going to be like, oh, look at these guys way back when. Look at the shit they were doing, and now look at them. Yeah, it's going to be, I think it's going to be fucking crazy. Some green candles might change all of everything, which I think is coming, like I said. In the meantime, yeah, I won't say that again. I was like, oh, largest LP, thickest, deepest LP. Who needs a 9-inch when you got the biggest LP swinging around? I'm kidding. Oh man, but yeah. Hey, what is happening? Man, if this gets double digits, I'm gonna have to kill this stream. It's just getting too big. Like, I just can't handle that pressure. Dude, I think that's a real thing. maybe for some people. Bloody nose is running. Throat's like clogging up. I think like some streamers also maybe they get too large and they're not prepared for it. So instead of sudden wealth syndrome, it's like sudden fame syndrome. I don't know. Or they get burnt out because I remember trying to make vlogs like for a long time, like years and years, and it was crazy. And that was like covering geopolitical stuff, and that was very time. That was not stressful so much as it would just burn you out. It's crazy. Cryptocurrency could do the same thing to people, you know. Um, hmm. So I don't know what's going to happen in the future with our community. I think we're still going to be here, still standing. We're like the only ones standing. Um, some new people are trying to appear, but I don't know. Some of us may get mad famous, like you know, like professionally famous, and like sort of lean towards that, you know, those sort of areas. I think some would just say sort of not grassroots so much, but like you know, pure decentralized and just take over YouTube that way, take over the algo. uh, yeah, man. Imagine the next bull run. It's just gonna be crazy. Like I was saying before, that like uh, I was going through all this stuff and like criticisms and positives and shit. I'm like, they're so new. Like in the next bull run, it's probably gonna at least what do a few X's, and then everyone else gonna be happy again. And then I am like, look what the community's just created. The fucking created like 9 inch, and then what is it? Burn, bridge, let's go like fucking J Pow, and then like I said, there's some serious, more serious stuff in there. Like it's good, but then fluffy, like look what we've created. And every all of this pumps, like it's probably gonna. Well, if it doesn't rug or whatever, I don't know. But and within that, there's like little mini communities, and within that, I'm like, this is what cryptocurrency is. I think we make it what we want it to be. So I don't know, and it's I think, and over time, I'm seeing a trend towards people becoming more realistic, which is good because maybe they haven't been burnt before in cryptocurrency and they've only ever experienced like price go up and then now price not go up. T-shares to go up, but not prices that, you know, maybe it's affecting them in the real world. And maybe they're going to experience some things that, like I've experienced in cryptocurrency. Like I said, I was almost out if it wasn't for Hex, like out. And then now I'm being drawn back in, but I'm not personally being drawn back into other things like these personally at the moment. And that's not a negative. That's just because I've seen some shit. Like you know, let's have a look. Do do do. I think my channel used to be called Hexcoin. That was hilarious. I can't remember why I changed it. I like free speech better though. I think I had my name Hexcoin one time. Went to this other Telegram channel. I just got ripped a new. I saw that shit. They're like, what the fuck is this? I thought I was just shilling so hard. But yeah. But yeah, I don't know what it is. That's gonna kick off a bull and define bull. I mean, I don't know, man. What are we looking at? Pulse does like a 10x. Be pretty good. Like for me, that'd be pretty good. For some other people, that would be insane. Hex doing a 10x is back at what 10 cents. 10x on two chains. It's like almost near all-time highs plus the pulse chain. If that's at 10x, that's locked. And like people have said, that's locked in. You know the dollar at the sack price, and then did the 2x. That was locking in the technical $1 hex price. So, for instance, you know if pulse is at 10x, people are sitting on a lot of money. And it's like, what are we going to do with that money? sell it. Then what? I don't know. Like, I'm not sure. I'm hoping that I'm hoping this shit does what it's gonna do and is positive for the overall system, which it might be. I don't know. I'm seeing a lot of other shit appear, which also might be positive for adoption, positive for the uses of Pulse Chain. Just yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's just the ETF, the whole ETF shit. It just could be the whole Bitcoin's coming on ETFs and institutions are going to come in, and then when that pump happens, it's like a repeat of probably 2017, and I'll just watch the charts, and it was just Bitcoin would go up, and then it would go down a bit. Pulse was not then. All the alts would go up, and then like a new L1 would come out of somewhere, and then things that were actually not scams, that were actual proper projects or products, whatever, things that were actually working, that had their own blockchain, they would tend to stick around for longer, and then they would go up. Bitcoin would go down. I'm just thinking it's going to be the same thing, which is going to be very cool. With like this time though, it will be including Hex. I missed a lot of 2001 there, man. It was just pure focus on Hex. I was just had the blinders on. Had no idea what else was going on in cryptocurrency at that point in time. Probably a bad thing. There's a lot of like the regulation and that, but yeah. I think this time's it's gonna be super fucking fun. I don't know if other like streamers are gonna come back and it's gonna go back to like what it was, because that was like a point in time, so maybe that's just gone. Maybe we'll just get some new streamers that'll come up and be like, this shit made me so rich. I don't know. Or it would just be some people trying to shill everything, and then Hex will just appear in it, as part of it. Pulse Chain will appear in it, Pulse X and everything. Maybe we'll get to the point where all these will start appearing. I don't know. If it gets there, it was going to be a huge pump. It's going to be insane, because people might realize that, like I said, I never liked Binance and all their shit, PancakeSwap and that. But I guess if there's money to be made, people will make money. Worked again. Look what we created. For real? Hector, hey, what is happening, Hector? Hey, mate, new to crypto, and my screen will not show this comment. Hang on. Can you tell me how to get started with MechX? Dude, that's what I'm saying. I have no idea. You've come to the wrong channel. I could look it up and probably find some stuff out about it, but I think that should be on you. Maybe you're stealth chilling to me. You try to clog up my chat. Thank you for not absolutely spamming this chat to death. Because if we get to 10, I'm gonna have to can this stream. This is getting too large. And now we've got Hector. Thank you, Hector, for tuning in, but what do you use to buy crypto? Well, I can answer that. Well, actually, no, I can't. Because like I said, I will. Whoever you are, Hector. Strange on the internet. He's probably in my computer. No, I'm kidding. Like I said, after all this stuff, right? To be honest, I'm not going to be going and buying like these tokens or whatever. I'm probably just going to go here to Change Now. I have no affiliation with them. There's heaps of other ones, and I'll probably just buy fiat. I'm from Australia. I'll probably just buy some fiat. I'll probably just earn some money from my gig economy work, which almost died today because some arsehole can't drive. People in red cars, small red cars, they need to get rid of their cars. Seriously, they should not be on the road. It's a side note, but I'll probably just buy some crypto through something like this, an easy way in. Personally, I think an L1 will probably do pretty good in the bull market of your choosing. I lean towards Pulse, I lean towards Hex, I lean towards these ones, but who fucking knows? Yeah. I don't even know what Tau is. I'm tempted to do the, oh, hang on, let me look it up, you know. And yeah, listen to oh, Finbear speaks some wise words, man. Like, don't follow clueless people. You played that game Lemmings? You're in control. The Lemmings listen to whatever you do. You tell them to jump off a cliff, they're all jumping off the cliff, you know? It's very, very rare the Lemming turns around and goes, hang on, hang on, hang on. I think I'm being controlled here, you know? And I honestly think a lot of cryptocurrency is like that, you know? It's not so much social engineering or like a scam tactic, but don't know what it is. Like anyone at all, psychopath, pick up a camera, make a stream, and start talking about XYZ under the sun, you know, and then they get wrecked. And it's like, well, why'd you get wrecked? And you trace it back, and you're like, because you listen to some crazy person on the internet who didn't teach you about the whole, you know, controlling your own keys securely, hardware wallets, understanding it is what you're doing, you know. Like, maybe look back to Bitcoin's inception, Hector, and check out some history. Why cryptocurrency, you know? Why Bitcoin? And then update your worldview, learn some stuff along the way, and then be like, why whatever Mech C is or Mech or Tau Hector is. Or Tau is, I'm not sure. I'm not even sure they're on Pulse Chain or whatever. But yeah. Yeah, because you're new, I don't recognize your name, Hector, but yeah. This is just sort of, I'm just chilling, talking about just random shit. Just having a chuckle at some of the things that are on. Oh shit! I don't think that's on here. Hang on, what is it? Maxi. See, the thing is, and like, when you look at random shit like that, it could be a scam. Like, how do I know that that token is not a scam with some messed up backdoor and they can just wipe out everything? No, I think it's different. Yeah, no, not familiar with those ones at all. What else? Yeah, I think the bull market. I think bull market coming. I don't know when. It's December. Though. Everything's done. Like it's what? Well, not everything's done, but it's, year's basically over, and there might be some harvest losting, you know, tax sort of shit that takes place in Australia mid-year. I think everywhere else in the world's like at the end of the year, so maybe some of that's taking place or has taken place. Who knows? And then we got the ETF, we got the bull, and I'm not sure what I'm doing in the bull. I think I'm just gonna work through the bull. I think I'm just gonna like head down some debts. I think I might just start buying some more Pulse now, and then yeah, that's about it. Well, that was big of excitement. New watcher. All right. Problem is, see that when they get a new watch and they bring in some other, what would you call it? Unvetted information. It's like, what is the intention? They bring in some other topics, some other tokens. For all you know, that could have been a reporter, could have been a regulator, who knows? Seeing how someone handles it. Someone's taking notes somewhere. They go back and replay and go, oh, okay, this is what this person doesn't do. It's always something to think about. Could just be a friendly troll. But then imagine that times when they get real large, when people get real large, imagine that times like 10,000x. That would be extremely difficult to deal with. and everything you say under the microscope, um, you might end up like some, more famous people in crypto. Like they're not even around anymore. I don't know if they made mad gains or they got like their own problems or what it is, but I'm trying to think of the people I used to watch. I basically got sucked in so hard by. I'm trying to think now. Like why did I decide to even invest in crypto? I have no idea. Huh. I heard about it through investment magazine, but I don't think it was YouTube. And Twitter wasn't that, like, I wasn't large. I didn't even have a Twitter account for ages. And that was just some other news sites I was covering. Interesting. Later on, it was the shillers on YouTube, which then led you to other shillers, which then they would talk about, what about this, what about that, and then you'd go look at it. Maybe the price goes up, and you go, oh yeah, maybe I check this out, and then like 1 in 100 might do okay, and then you might do okay for a little bit, and everything else just got you wrecked. And that's just been the model for the longest time, man. Like, from what I've seen, that's just been the model for the longest time, except for people that I guess continuously respect the maxis in that sense, the Bitcoin maxis. They avoided all the shitcoin fuckery, as Max Kaiser would say. And if they were just dollar cost averaging in like Bitcoin from years and years, they'd be sitting right now. So in a way, shitcoiners, you could say, or other people like myself, me using the dollar cost average strategy, which is also probably a strategy for equities and bonds and fucking everything else under the sun, housings, even cars, collectible stamps. There's nothing new under the sun. And if you had a dollar cost average into something like Bitcoin, you'd be doing okay. So if you dollar cost average into things like altcoins, what you consider altcoins, or what you consider like the main L1 Pulse chain, some people might consider that like that's the only L1, which I in essence do, except for Ethereum, because they're the only ones that exist in my my little ecosphere, I guess you'd call it. But that's not the. And then in other people, they might consider Solana or whatever, or who's the other one, Cardano or something. There's a few others, and they might consider that's their L1. And there's no way that they're ever going to use any other L1. It's like, well, hang on. There's a lot of other stuff out there. How do we show them that this here is better than that? And then you get the whole tribal warfare, and that is the problem. And so while everyone's talking about, oh, my shit, like my DEX is better than your DEX, or my innovation is better than your innovation, or something like that. I don't know. I'm not saying that's happening. I'm just saying as an example. Then while battles being fought, and you have different communities going at it, or someone who's bought, what was that other one? The other one, whatever that was, like they've bought a bag of that hoping someone else buys it on top of them and price goes up. I did a graph, A and B. B comes in after A, what happens? Yeah. Just some stuff I'm thinking about, What else? I guess once Pulse gets over its sacrifice price, what do we call that? We're going up. I'm not sure. And then it's saying if Hex gets over the all-time high, that would be pretty damn impressive, especially on two chains. But when's the sentiment gonna turn around in the community? Because I've seen some wallets and they bought in at pretty high, so they would be, pretty under the water. Maybe and that's the thing. people get underwater, sometimes they do more risky things than people who don't need to do risky things. And some of these things, like not just these things, some other things, like the other thing that could become like it looks, even though it's like a disgusting bit of meat full of maggots. It starts looking like a tasty carrot if you're a rabbit, you know. And so okay, I guess that's psychology, right? We'll go for a little bit longer, but I haven't got much else to add. Um, I think it's doing good. You know, like we're seeing some green. Um, I think there was like a whale or whatever it was came in and then they sold later. And you see the price just being murdered, quote unquote murdered, but going back to what it was, you know, before the person came in. And then I mean, I haven't looked on chain for a while. What's actually going on? We got the movie, which I still haven't seen because I'm a brokey at the moment. I could probably buy the DVD set, but I was getting rid of all the direct debits that I had, man. It was crazy. I'm like, these things have been drawing money for how long from my accounts? What the fuck's going on? So that was interesting. Has been interesting. But it's been a good practice because then once I get rid of all those, I can understand my true financial position and then try and build from there, which would be in itself is good. I'm basically sitting on the sidelines for this whole accounting thing because there's a huge shortage, and it's gonna be funny if I actually do go back to like normal 9 to 5, which I don't. I'm doing everything in my power not to. Gig work, that's about it. Maybe some surveys here and there, maybe some investing here and there, with not much money, mind you. Doing some very some. It reminds me of when I had absolutely nothing, like nothing, like less than nothing. The any amount of money that I currently have is it's pretty good, you know. I've seen a lot better, like a lot better. But yeah, now dialed back a bit, sort of valuing the freedom, quote unquote freedom, more so than the chase of money. Although the money is it's good, but I'm hoping, could be a crazy loonbird hope. I'm hoping that you know, crypto does its thing, and I will get that freedom, the freedom money, absolute freedom money. So X in itself has taught me some interesting life lessons, and to take profit, have it set aside, and then if it goes down, you can buy some more, reload. Right? But yeah. Where'd Hector go? Come back, Hector. Let me psychoanalyze your technique, what you're trying to do on my channel. All right, let's psychoanalyze. Maybe that's a word. New to crypto, can you tell me how to get started with? Dude, yeah, see, you just want me to look that up and then cover that, assuming I have knowledge about that. And you're asking me how to buy, what platform? What do I use? Usually quick. Fuck, you know, man. This is hilarious because this is the shit. This is the shit I used to do, but not like that. I would go, and when the name was Hexcoin, I'd go around just typing. Hex is pretty cool, you know. So when other people do it, I can't throw stones because that's what Hexkins did. I think that's what Hexkins did. I don't know, but and I don't know if he's a paid troll or he's just another person. Quite possibly he's just another person, and they've just sort of copied a technique that was born out of fuck knows where. I don't know where it came from. Because no one taught me how to do that. Make a funny name called Hexcoin and go on other channels and just type random shit. And if the channels still have those comments there, they're probably still there. And they're probably still, but it said, I think it'll be free speech now. So there'll be like free speech talking about Hex. Kind of funny. Now think about it. Because like I said, I'm not deleting this channel unless YouTube takes it down. I'm not going anywhere unless I get removed from Twitter. I don't think it's going to be removing a lot of people, man. Pretty sure it's here to stay. I'm not so sure it's healthy for your psyche, like for your mind either, but that's another thing. Yeah. All right. I think I end it here. Thank you guys. Thank you for chilling. I mean, I got nothing else unless you guys have something. But yeah. It's like, oh, what's the answer? Buy more Hex. What's the answer? Buy more Pulse Chain? I don't know. It sounds crazy, but I'm actually, like I said, I'm thinking about making a video and just getting some profits, like in Australian dollars, which is less than the US dollar, for example. Just buying some Pulse, putting it aside, doing it on like a semi-regular basis, and just seeing what happens. And can you imagine if it, like I said, if it 10x's, then throughout the year, that would be a pretty impressive stack. Although you can't then, but then you're kind of doxing yourself in a way. But it could be like, you know, if someone else, but then if no one else is doing that, what if it doesn't change? You know, it's like, I wasted my time. But then what if it does change? What if it goes up and it turns out really good? It's like, look, I told you later you could be doing this, but yeah. But then it's like, who's actually going to hear this except us? I don't know. I just don't know. I mean, it's good that we would hear it, like whoever's in the chat now. But yeah, maybe it would be good to look back and then be like. But then the thing is, right? If that's the case, and we're all correct, and we look back and you see how correct we were. I told you that you should have bought. Well, I was telling you maybe you should have bought this when I was buying it because I think it's a good idea. Maybe you'll think it's a good idea. Maybe it'll help you achieve some sort of freedom. And then if it does do that, right? Just say it does. Well, if it doesn't, no one's coming back. If it does, and it's like you've got all this power, well, perceived power, because people be like, "Wow, that person was so correct about this particular thing about that help that made them rich and it made me rich." But it's not likely that's going to happen because it's like, oh, it made that person really rich, but now I'm hearing them and listening to them, and I want to know how I can get rich now. And it's like, well, you know, like, I don't know. That's why I think you go back to, I would be going back to Hex and be like, well, T-shares, the fuck, like, you know what you can do? You could buy, yeah, I don't know. But I think what's gonna happen, there'll be some other shit, and someone will come in the chat and drop like, God knows what. Talk about God knows what. And that'll be like their, you know, their thing to try and get to make themselves rich, which is, it's kind of funny when you think about it. Because yeah. All right, well that's my thoughts on the day. That is my thoughts. I'll close out with the Tate speech. Here. No, not this one. That's a good video to watch. Very good. Let's have a look. Deception is a prerequisite to your enslavement. To truly resist the slave mind, you must break all illusions. Never forget, resist. And that's a fair point because, you know, you don't want to be a slave in this cryptocurrency space. You don't want to have illusions in this cryptocurrency space either. Either you need to remember where we all came from. You need to have clear objectives as well, I think, because just hoping someone else does something that makes you rich could be an issue, because what if the person never does anything? What if it goes wrong? And you've wasted your life trying to achieve through someone else, you know? Now, I wish more people heard that, but if you guys heard that, that's enough for me. Free speech signing out. Man, I'm not even sure I'm going to say free speech signing out anymore. Because when I saw Coin Bureau saying signing out, I was going to say, what can I say? What did Elon Musk say again? What the fuck did he say again? He said, no, I won't say that. Imagine at the end of this stream, free speech, and go fuck yourself. It might not go down well for new watchers, I don't know. But yeah, it's just so ingrained to me. I don't know where it came from. It just, I think real old radio casters used to say that. For some reason, at the end of their show, they're like, okay, signing out now. So, don't know how I'm going to end it. Nah, I'll keep it. I like it. I may as well. I'll keep it. One day when I get double digits, I'll be like, yes, double digits. Signing out to double digits. This is the coin of the show, and then I'm going. Maximus, that's not a bad pick. Maximus, all right. That was all right. Shit. All right, free speech. Signing out. Thanks, guys. Thanks for tuning in. And end. Can I find the end? In take 33.